Let's get into the news, the big part of that being JR. What do you think of the fact that he signed a huge deal? From the press release that AEW put out today, it's like the most lucrative commentary deal ever in the history of professional wrestling. Good or bad?
Who else on the planet and in the history of the wrestling industry deserves the most lucrative contract in broadcasting? It has to be JR. This is the best thing that could have happened to the company because they already had Chris Jericho as their legitimate veteran that everybody knows. Now they have JR, who, if you don't know him from your days of watching wrestling back in the 80s and 90s and whenever he like fully took the world by storm and early 2000s, then I don't know what you were watching because it definitely wasn't WWE. JR is as synonymous with wrestling and the industry as guys like Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and The Rock. It's insane how good he is at what he does, and having him on a 3-year contract is nothing but good for AEW and nothing but good for wrestling fans. JR is the best. Hearing him on commentary again is going to be fantastic.
I agree. He is definitely a big name. He's almost as big to AEW as potentially signing a guy like Jericho is when you're talking about mainstream news. He brings that kind of credibility to it.
It might be bigger.
What do you have to say about the people who say that JR doesn't have it anymore? I mean, I haven't listened to it much, but like some of his New Japan stuff that he's done recently, and he even commented in the video. I don't know if you saw the Road to Double or Nothing video that was put out this morning, but he said on his negotiations with AEW, and part of the reason that he wanted to sign with AEW is because he's really looking forward to a new experience, a new look for professional wrestling. He thinks AEW is that, and he kind of wants to shove it in the face of people who say he doesn't have it anymore. Some of his stuff with New Japan, there's an argument to be made here that he wasn't the JR of old. I don't know that I necessarily agree with that, but I can see maybe why some people would say that. Maybe because he's so synonymous with WWE. I don't know, but do you have any comments on, the fact that he actually addressed that in the video and said, for those of you idiots or whatever he called them that say he doesn't have it anymore, he's about to prove you wrong. Do you agree with those people, or do you think they're just out to lunch?